Sigmund Freud was born on May 6, 1856, in Freiburg, which was then part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, now the Czech Republic. His family was of Jewish origin, and during his childhood, they moved to Vienna. Freud was an exceptionally gifted student. He was fluent in German, Latin, Greek, French, English, and even Hebrew. At 17, he entered the University of Vienna to study medicine. Even then, he showed a strong interest in human behavior, memory, language, and the nature of dreams. After graduating, Freud began working at a hospital where he studied the anatomy of the brain and spinal cord. His early research focused on the nervous system and the effects of drugs, including cocaine, which he initially promoted as a pain reliever, later recognizing its addictive dangers. A turning point in his career came when he observed patients suffering from physical symptoms with no clear physical cause. He described these as hysterical symptoms and concluded that their roots lay in the psyche, in unresolved internal conflicts and trauma. Freud began experimenting with hypnosis, but soon abandoned it in favor of a new method: free association. Patients were encouraged to say whatever came to mind without filtering or censorship. This allowed repressed emotions and memories to surface, which, according to his theory, caused the symptoms in the first place. Working with Dr. Joseph Breuer on the case of Anna O., Freud saw how the unconscious mind sought to speak. This marked the birth of the famous psychoanalytic couch, a symbol of trust and therapy. In his most famous work, Freud presented a central idea. Dreams are disguised wishes. In them, we live out what we cannot allow ourselves in reality. He distinguished two levels of meaning in dreams: manifest content, what we remember; latent content, the hidden symbolic meaning. This approach opened a new path for dream analysis as a tool for exploring the unconscious. His ideas influenced psychology, philosophy, art, and literature throughout the 20th century. In the 1910s, Freud organized his concepts of the human mind into a model including id, the source of instincts and desires; ego, the mediator between instincts, reality, and morality; superego, the inner critic, our moral compass. This model became the foundation of classical psychoanalysis and remains widely discussed and used in various psychological fields and cultural studies. Freud's ideas sparked both admiration and outrage. He was the first to publicly discuss childhood sexuality, the Oedipus complex, and the lasting effects of early experiences and trauma. In 1910, he helped establish the International Psychoanalytical Association. His ideas reached far beyond psychology, influencing surrealist art, Salvador Dalí, literature, Kafka, Thomas Mann, and cinema, Buñuel, Hitchcock. His method became the foundation for numerous therapeutic approaches such as Gestalt therapy, body psychotherapy, psychodrama, and Jungian analysis. Carl Gustav Jung, one of Freud's closest students, eventually broke away. Jung believed the unconscious was not only personal, but also collective, full of archetypes shared by all humanity. This philosophical divergence led to a professional split and the birth of Jung's analytical psychology. Freud was also criticized by feminists for his male-centered views. Still, even his critics acknowledged that he raised fundamental questions about the roles of parents, sexuality, childhood, and internal conflict. In 1933, psychoanalysts were persecuted in Nazi Germany. When Austria was annexed in 1938, Freud fled to London. Despite suffering from jaw cancer caused by heavy smoking, he continued to write and receive patients. Freud died on September 23rd, 1939, at the age of 83. Psychoanalysis remains a powerful tool for self-understanding. Today, thousands of professionals practice it worldwide. Freud's influence endures in psychology, education, cinema, and even marketing. While many of his theories have been revised or challenged, the core idea, like to listen deeply, understand, and work with the unconscious, remains foundational. Want to explore your unconscious? If you're curious about dreams, symbols, and internal conflicts, try DreamDataBot. This chatbot, inspired by Freudian and Jungian ideas, helps analyze your dreams using symbolic interpretation and modern psychology. Just describe your dream, and the bot will help you see what may be hidden beneath the surface. Explore yourself, just like Freud did. Search for DreamBot on Telegram.